Hi everyone, thanks for visiting my channel. For those of you who have been with me for a while, you can see that we are filming in a little bit different space than we normally do. Normally we are in my kitchen, but this video is by request. Many of you have asked that I share some of my beauty secrets, if you will. So today I thought I would start with foundation. Because I do get a lot of compliments on my foundation. So if you are new here, welcome. I'm Carol, the Thrifty Chic Housewife, here on YouTube and around the internet. If you find that you enjoy the content here, please subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos, and follow me on social media. I've left all the links for you in the description box below. So today we are going to be talking about Estee Lauder's new Futurist Hydra Rescue Moisturizing Makeup, SPF 45. Now I know there's a lot of buzz about this, a lot of people are curious about it, so I've been wearing it for a while since it came out. I got it as soon as I could get my hands on it. I am a Estee Lauder double wear girl and have been for many years, and I love it. But as I've gotten older, it's gotten a little bit harder to wear it. I do have some tips and tricks for mature skin and double wear, and I will share those in a different video if this video goes well. For those of you who are new, I don't do a lot of beauty stuff, but since I've been asked, I'm going to try to add some more of that to my channel. So I will do a video on wearing double wear and things that you can do to make it more friendly for more mature skin. It's a matte finish, and that can be kind of tough once your skin starts to age a little bit. It can look a little cakey, it can settle a little bit and accentuate lines and wrinkles, that kind of thing. So, but I have come across some tips and tricks for how to wear it, and it does work really well for me, and I will share those in a different video. But so I was excited about this foundation when it came out because it has a radiant finish to it. It's got some Estee Lauder skincare ingredients in it, which I'm an Estee Lauder girl. I love their products, and I love the fact that it has an SPF of 45. I have had some issues with skin cancer on my face, some things that have had to be removed. So I like the fact that it has a higher SPF in it, although you can't trust the SPF that's in your makeup. So you want to make sure you're wearing a good sunscreen in addition to it. So anyway, I know there's a lot of buzz about it, so we're going to talk about it today, and I'm going to share with you my thoughts on it. So let's just talk about what Estee Lauder has to say about this makeup. It says it's powered with high-performance Estee Lauder skincare. It's breathable, skin-loving makeup with a 12-hour radiant glow. And in my experience, like I said, I've been wearing it as soon as I could get my hands on it, so it's been over a month that I've been wearing it, and I would say that those claims are true. This moisturizing makeup is infused with ion-charged water plus probiotic technology and chia seed extract. Clinical testing shows it soothes visible redness and irritation. It protects against pollution with antioxidants. It hydrates instantly and all day. It's a buildable medium to full coverage, lightweight formula, immediately even skin tone, covers redness, dark spots, and imperfections. Rescues skin with soothing, plumping hydration. It's natural looking makeup that lights skin with an instant radiant glow that lasts 12 hours. All day long wear, broad spectrum UVA, UVB protection, looks flawless and smooth, stays color true. And I would say for the most part, my experience has been those claims are pretty true. I have really enjoyed wearing this makeup. Even though I am a double wear girl, this has been really nice. So today I'm going to put it on for you, let you see how well it covers, and let you get a close-up look at how skin-like and beautiful it really is on the skin. The finish to this is really nice. It's a little too radiant for me, and I'll show you what I use to kind of tone down the radiance. But if you are a person who has more dull skin, or you like that really radiant dewy glow, you will love this. And you could just set it with a translucent setting powder so that you maintain all of that beautiful radiance. I do like the radiance, but not quite as much as this offers, so I've balanced that out with the powder that I use. So we'll show you that as well. It comes in a really nice tube. It's got a pump on it, which I think is really nice. So I like the thought that they have put into the bottle tube that it's in. I prefer this, honestly, to the bottle that I'm used to using for my double wear. It's just a standard bottle. I really like the pump on this, and I like the tube. So that was really a lot of thought put into that, and I enjoy that. So there's that. So I just want to say that I think that this is a great, and I was evaluating this from more of a mature skin perspective. For those of you who are much younger, I wasn't really looking at it from that perspective, and I'm not sure that unless you have drier skin as a younger person that you would really enjoy this makeup. It is pretty glowy dewy. It does add a lot of hydration. So if you're more oily, I don't think that you would enjoy this. I'm sure all skin types could use this, but if you're more oily, you're probably not going to enjoy this. But I think it's great for mature skin. As we mature, our skin starts to lose its radiance. We have issues with it looking dull. And we start to get fine lines and more wrinkles. So I think the hydrating part of this and the plumping part is good. Also, as we age, we tend to have more sunspots, more skin damage that is showing through. And this covers those things beautifully. And I'm going to show you that here in just a second. So I guess without further ado, I've chatted long enough. So I'll let you get a close-up look of what it looks like on the skin and how I apply it. Okay guys, here we go. We're ready to apply our foundation. I just wanted you to note that all I have on underneath or on my skin right now, and this is what I always wear under foundation, that would be my vitamin C serum. I use the Derma E one, and we'll go into skincare in another video, but for today's purposes, I just want to let you know what I have on underneath the foundation. And then also my Olay Complete Daily Moisturizer Sunscreen with broad spectrum SPF 30 for sensitive skin. You guys, sunscreen is a must. I know that the makeup claims that it has an SPF of 45, but you never get a true, whatever they say the SPF is, it's never really that much. We don't use enough of the makeup to get that high of an SPF. So using an additional sunscreen underneath your foundation is super important. Take it from someone who knows skin cancer is a real thing, and I know that's content for another video, but I've had several removed. I have a big ugly scar here from 2 that I had removed from my scalp. So it is a big deal. So find a good sunscreen that you like and one that you will wear. And for me, I have to find one that plays well with makeup. So this meets all of that criteria, and it's affordable. So I really enjoy this one. It has chemical and physical filters. It has octinoxate, octisalate, octocrylene. Those are your chemical filters. And then zinc oxide is the physical filter that is in it. And I really enjoy this sunscreen. And like I said, it plays well with makeup. So that's important. So for me, I always like to use a beauty blender or a sponge to apply my foundation. This is the Real Technique sponge. It's my favorite. I like it because it works well and it's affordable and they last. So what I do, and I'm not gonna put it on any primer today. I typically don't wear a lot of makeup primers. For me, less is more, and I don't like to use things that I don't truly need. I haven't found that primers make a huge difference in the way that your makeup wears, so I'm not gonna use one today. I have found that with this foundation, I can, and with any foundation, that I tend to lose some on my chin and maybe around my nose. And I also have a lot of broken capillaries there. Thank you, sun damage. And I tend to lose my makeup there. So sometimes I'll put a primer in those spots to help it to wear just a little bit better, but I'm not gonna do that today. So we can get a true picture of how this makeup performs. So I just use 2 full pumps of this foundation. It is pretty liquidy, and then I just kind of pat it on, and then I start to spread it around. Now I have used a brush to apply this and it does do a nice job, but like I said, I prefer a sponge. I do apply it on my eyelids and underneath my eyes. That's just me. I don't use an eyeshadow primer. I tend to use my foundation and my concealer for that purpose. I don't like to use things I don't really need. So if I can get dual purpose out of something, I do. And foundation and concealer work well as an eyeshadow primer for me. And as you can tell, that covers really, really well, in my opinion. That is a true medium coverage. It covered my broken capillaries pretty well around my nose and on my chin. I have a lot of sun damage, so my skin tends to be a little on the pink side, and I think it evens everything out beautifully. Then I just kind of pat it in after I spread it around with my beauty sponge, especially in spots where I tend to lose it. And if I have to, I'll go back in and use just a quarter of a pump or so more, where I want a little extra coverage if I need a little extra coverage that day. So yeah, 2 pumps will give you really nice coverage. And I just think that this makeup has an absolutely gorgeous finish to it. Okay, so there's the foundation. You can see the finish on it. It's pretty glowy, but it doesn't accentuate my fine lines. It doesn't settle into wrinkles. I don't have a lot of deep wrinkles. I think that this will work well if you do have deeper wrinkles than I have or more fine lines than I have. Most makeups are going to, there's no way of making your skin look completely flawless with foundation. If you have wrinkles, they're there. The difference is some makeups can really settle into them, into your lines and wrinkles. This doesn't seem to do that, but I would definitely use a setting powder to ensure that it doesn't do that. But I wanted you to see the finish is just, it's beautiful. It's very natural and skin-like, a little bit dewy, a little bit glowy, a little bit more than I tend to like, but I love that it looks so natural and so skin-like. So what I will do next is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to finish on my makeup, but I wanted to let you know that if you want to keep this finish, I would just use a translucent setting powder on top of it just to hold everything in place, but keep the finish true. I don't want mine to be quite this glowy. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the powder that I love and always use is the Double Wear foundation powder. This you can use on its own as foundation, or you can use it to set your foundation. I use it to set my foundation because I like its staying power. So I like these two together. These two work well together, but it isn't going to let you keep that glowy, radiant finish. So a little trick for those of you who are in my age group with this foundation or with any foundation for mature skin, and you want to use a setting powder like this that's more matte, is to use a nice big fluffy brush. This one is by BK Beauty, and I encourage you to check out BK Beauty. Lisa J is a makeup artist, makeup guru here on YouTube, and she just launched last August, I believe, her own makeup brush line, and she's phenomenal. So I encourage you to check her out if you're in the market for some new makeup brushes. These are really great, and I really love this nice big fluffy one. It is really soft and really fluffy, so it just picks up a very fine amount of powder. For those of us who have more mature skin but we like to use powder, this brush is phenomenal for that. So if you don't want to check out her brushes, just whatever brush you use, if you still want to use powder when you have maturing skin like I do without having a cakey finish to it, just make sure you have a nice soft fluffy brush to apply it. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply my concealer and the rest of my makeup, and then we'll come back and see how it all looks finished. Okay guys, there you have it, the finished look. I'm gonna bring you in a little bit closer so that you can get a really nice close-up look at the makeup. Okay, that's pretty close, I think. Close enough anyway, that you can see. I just think it has such a pretty natural finish to it. I did knock down some of the radiance with the powder that I used. But like I said, if you want all of that dewy, glowy, radiant look, just use a translucent powder instead. I know some people don't like powder at all, but I would highly recommend using a powder just to give it a little more staying power. It does, Estee Lauder does claim that it will wear 10 or 12 hours, I think. And it does wear really well, but I don't like to fuss with my makeup after I have it done. So anything I can do to make it last longer without it looking cakey or dry, I do. So there you go. Okay, so for my final thoughts, I don't really have anything bad to say about it other than it is a little more glowy, dewy, radiant than I prefer, but I think it's fantastic for mature skin. It hydrates well, it sits on the skin beautifully, it's very skin-like and natural looking. I love that. Love the coverage. I think the coverage is fantastic. It's definitely a true medium to full coverage. As you could tell, I didn't have to use very much and it covered all of my imperfections, if you will. And it doesn't seem to accentuate texture or pores or anything like that. It doesn't really settle into fine lines or wrinkles. So I just think it's a very nice foundation, and actually it's a good rival for my double wear now that my skin is aging. It's a 1.1 ounce tube and it retails for $45, which is a little bit pricey, but in my experience with double wear has been, and it's only a 1 ounce bottle, it's $43, I believe, for a 1 ounce bottle. That bottle will last me 4 months easily, and I wear makeup almost every single day. So I'm anticipating that this will last that long as well. So I think for the price point and how long it lasts, I think that that's a fair charge for it. So yeah, if you have mature skin and you were wondering about this makeup, I highly encourage you to give it a try. I just think it's fantastic. I can't say enough good things about it. It feels good on the skin. I guess the only other thing that I think could be something that people might not like is it does have a little bit of a fragrance to it. So if you're sensitive to fragrances, you may not like that part of it. I'm not sure why they did that. I don't know if it's just from the natural botanicals that are in it that give it that fragrance, or if they've added fragrance to it. But it does have a little bit of a smell to it. So that's about the only thing that I can think of that might not work for some people. So I hope this video has been helpful to you to decide if it's right for you or not. And if you've been on the fence about it, I highly encourage you to give it a try. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. Like I said, if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button, like and share my videos, follow me on social media, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.